Tuchel, Chelsea career undefeated in 7, but here comes the real test. Yes guys, welcome back to another video with On The Ball today. It's my match preview of probably our biggest game of the season, Chelsea versus Atletico Madrid. This will be a very big match preview as the first leg is in Bucharest and it will be Atletico's supposed home leg. However, they still have to travel. That is some gun news on the sport. Obviously, Atletico, what does make it easier? They're on a bit of bad form. They've just come off a loss to La Liga side Levante. However, we're not on the best of form either after coming off a disappointing 1-1 draw to Southampton. Go check my match reaction to that if you haven't already. But coming into this game, when you're up against such a quality side, probably definitely in the top 3 in Europe, the one thing you need is confidence and you need to be on a good form. But now you've just come off a draw against a bad team. You've got a lot of players in bad confidence who could have been key in this game, such as Hakim Ziyech, Hudson-Odoi. We're not sure the situation with him after being subbed off, only playing 31 minutes. And Thomas Tuchel then publicly stating they didn't like his attitude. And when you've got Man United and Liverpool, which will all probably be losses after this, that could be 4 games without a win, and that could really dent a team's confidence and put on some bad form. So coming into this game, you probably, as much as it's Atletico, you need to get a good result. Now, you can lose this and be proud of yourself. The one thing in the Champions League that gets you on the losing side, but you're still kind of proud of the result and you're happy with it, is the away goals. Because we definitely need this away goal, especially that we're not playing at home ground. However, Thomas Tuchel might not consider coming in with this approach of attacking because we know how hard it is to break down that Atletico defence. And what Atletico will look to do, which is what they've always done in the Champions League, is, especially in the home leg, get that 1-0 win. Score an early goal and defend, because they will expect us to go on the front foot once they take the lead. And then the second leg, they can go in on a crazy goal fest and get 3 or 4 away goals. And then they'll have the away goals. We won't. It'll be hard to come back. Last time they did that was last time they were in the Champions League. And they did against Liverpool, a much better side defensively than they are. Won the first leg 1-0. And Liverpool couldn't break them down. And Liverpool had one of the best attacks then. Second leg, they broke down the defence. And Liverpool had probably the best defence then. So, and now this Atletico team has just gotten better. So, Thomas Tuchel's approach will definitely be a key aspect. Do you stay with the 3 at the back? Because that is quite an attacking approach. However, the defence has been quite sharp, only conceding 1 goal to an opposition, which was against Takumi Minamino. Or do you sit back? Do you not take the chance of Atletico scoring early and try hit them on the counter? Because that's exactly what Atletico will do. So, you know, we're going to have to come in with a specific approach that's not too defensive but not too attacking. Too defensive, Atletico don't mind that. No away goals, fine with them. Too attacking, you can get hit on the back. It just shows how deadly this Atletico side is. Now, you may think because the last time we played them, we beat them 2-1 and we drew them 1-1. But that Atletico side has changed. They've got the same manager, yes, but this manager is more experienced. Diego Simeone is a top-class manager. They've got more top-class players like Joao Felix, who's really adapted in. Luis Suarez, who's really adapted in. Top scorer in La Liga. They currently sit top with the game in hand. This shows Chelsea there is no room for errors in this game. No room for errors, because once you make an error, Atletico will take advantage of that. But we are going to go to our predicted lineup now, and we can go. A few are actually saying Kepa because, you know, 2 games under Tuchel, 2 clean sheets, good game against Newcastle, but we've got to stick with Mendy. Yes, Mendy conceded, he couldn't do anything about the goal. You cannot take the risk of Kepa doing a Kepa, especially in a game when I just said there's no room for errors. If Kepa does a Kepa, then we're done. You want to have a great balance of not conceding too much, but you also need that goal, which is why I thought it's going to be hard for Tuchel to approach this game. The more ideal one is to attack, because then, you know, you've just got to take risks. The Champions League is all about taking risks. And by playing Kepa, yes, that's a risk. It's a risk that no one should ever take. So either one, Mendy should definitely be the keeper. Now, we're talking about the approach, part of this approach. Do you still to the 3 at the back? Yes, because it's working under Tuchel. The players seem comfortable with it, and Tuchel will stick with the 3 at the back. It's going to be a tight 3 at the back, but we're not going to have Thiago Silva, who's out with injury, so I think we'll get Christensen. Cesar Azpilicueta as the captain should be there with an experienced 3 at the back. The other one would have said Kurt Zuma, but Kurt is just not fitting under Thomas Tuchel. He was great under Lampard, but it's just been a whole different thing under Thomas Tuchel. It's been a whole different player, so Tony Rudiger has to go there, quite an experienced 3 at the back, which is definitely a positive. For midfield, this is where I get interesting. On the left, you've got to go with Alonso. Chilwell, feel bad for him, but Alonso's on the better form. He suits his formation better. You could definitely use him in a game like this. Obviously, he can do it, Alonso. It's a risk with a good man on form. We are going to see Chilwell on a Chelsea shirt because, Alonso's going to do an Alonso soon. Get sent off, make a mistake, too many yellow cards. He'll either get suspended or benched. So, it's basically, you're going to see Chilwell. But in this game, we've got to go Alonso. Other right wing back. Now, we are going to have a talk about the Hudson-Odoi situation here. Obviously, as you saw, Hudson-Odoi came on at half-time to replace Tammy Abraham, who we'll get onto later, and after 31 minutes, he was subbed off by Hakim Ziyech. Nothing to do with injury, Thomas Tuchel said. He said he was not happy with Callum Hudson-Odoi's attitude and the pressing of the counter-attack. So, this is two options. Tuchel's just having a go at Odoi, which is one of the problems that got him fired at PSG, or he's trying to discipline him. So we'll see whether, he also spoke that Hudson-Odoi has more than a chance of starting this game. So I think we are going to see him on the wing-back role. We'll see how Odoi's confidence is. This will be a big game for him. Big game, big stage, and you've just come off an incident like that. You really need to be fully focused, no room for mistakes, and hopefully he would have learned a lesson. So I think we are going to see Hudson-Odoi instead of Reece James and a poor game. Two centre mids. It's going to get interesting because you think, N'Golo Kanté, fabulous game for Southampton. He's got to make it. But Mateo Kovacic has been great under Tuchel, but he's been sloppy the past two games because he hasn't had Jorginho by his side. Now, do you want to get Kovacic in and play Jorginho, leave out Kanté, or do you want to risk playing Kovacic with Kanté or Kanté and Jorginho? I think Kanté and Jorginho should play. Kovacic, even if you're not next to your ideal partner, he's had a few sloppy games. Kanté and Jorginho, I still love Kovacic. He's a great player. But I think on current form, you can't risk not playing Kanté because he was amazing and he is amazing. But then you also want to play Kovacic, but you've got to take the risk and play Jorginho, especially if you get a pen. Yes, we saw Mount take it. Jorginho is still the pen taker for now. He could do a hop, skip, jump and a miss. So I think we are going to see Jorginho though. We're going to go to the attack already now. And this is again where it gets interesting. Mason Mount will definitely get the spot. Right or left is a question. We're just going to put him here because I want to think of this attack. But I think we are going to see Timo Werner on the left. Mason Mount on the right, who had a great game. Werner, I think, will stick the middle. Who do you play? Now, if Pulisic is back, you can put him on the left, Werner in the middle. Don't think so. Still injury prone. Hakim Ziyech, sloppy. Tammy Abraham, I think he had another ankle injury. You don't want to risk that. You've got two other options. Olivier Giroud and Kai Havertz. Kai Havertz coming back from injury, so I think we are going to see the Frenchman Olivier Giroud because Thomas Tuchel did give a bit of a hint as he praised Olivier Giroud quite a lot. Havertz was the last on the list of the squad, so I doubt we are going to see him as well. He's coming back from injury, not proven yet in the Chelsea shirt. Obviously, I did that video. Does he have a future role at Chelsea? Go check that out if you haven't. But that's a whole different subject that we'll get onto later. Now, obviously, we've talked about our form, we've talked about Athletico form. We are going to go more into Athletico. Now, obviously, there are key players to watch, such as Joao Felix, who's having a great season. Luis Suarez is obviously the one who you really have to watch. The striker who made the move from Barcelona after getting his contract unfairly terminated. He became the top goal scorer in the La Liga, and now they're top by 3 points ahead of Real Madrid, but they have a game in hand. Luis Suarez is obviously playing a big role in Atletico Madrid's counter-attack, especially against the big teams. Now, obviously, Atletico also have to look at their approach. I said with Oz we should try attack, but with no Thiago Silva, you have this defence that is definitely prone to mistakes. You've got Marcos Alonso who can always make a mistake. All these players on the team can make a mistake. Atletico will try to take advantage of that, but they will also try to put us on the back foot earlier on, in my opinion. And I think we've seen Atletico do this a lot in the Champions League, La Liga, whatever, when they try to get an early start and park the bus. But with no Thiago Silva, they know they can get a lot of goals and prevent us from getting any away goals. I think we are going to see an early goal from them because they're very good at doing that. They have some very efficient, calm, cool players like Saul, Suarez, Felix, Koke. The list goes on. I don't know off the top of my head. Now, obviously, we said it's tough to break that defence. Once you get past that defence, you have Jan Oblak. So, we're going to go into my prediction with all this information we've got. With Oblak and a great defence, you're not getting a goal. With a poor defence from us and a great attack there, it's going to be a bit of a goal fest in my opinion for Atletico. Nervous, excited, not too confident on the basis. My prediction is Atletico Madrid 2, Atletico Madrid 2, Chelsea FC 0. My initial one was 1-0, but with no Silva, it's going to be a tough night. I think they're going to push for that 3 goals. That could easily happen, 2 or 3-0. But I think our defence isn't that bad. We're not that bad. Although, who knows with this Atletico side. They are one of the best teams in Europe at the moment. Anyway, that's it for today. If you enjoyed this video, please, as always, leave a like, subscribe, and smash the bell icon, notify for our videos. You've been watching On The Ball, and I'm out.